Yes, sir. It's your man John A. Shows. We are back in this bitch. Y'all know what time it is.
Brand new LCP.
I'm tired of shit, man. I just recorded another episode, man. High Value Dignity, which is going to drop exclusively on Lunchroom Plus via Apple Podcasts. On that episode, I spoke about Kevin Samuels, his passing, the negative, toxic comments that we have been seeing from a lot of women, a couple men, but a lot of women surrounding Kevin Samuels passing away tragically in his apartment in Atlanta. But aside from that, you know, this morning I was on Instagram. I seen a post from Rosie. What's up, Rosie? Yes, give Rosie some hand claps. Now, she has a podcast called the Rosie Perspective Podcast. That is the ROSEY Perspective Podcast. If you cannot spell perspective, go back to school. You just might be a dumb little son of a... Yes, sir. But she posted a video, man. I thought the shit was funny. It was kind of confusing. I was pissed off. I was trying to understand what the fuck this girl was saying, but it was confusing. Now, matter of fact, before I dive too deep into this conversation, let me play you guys the video she posted. And you guys tell me do you understand this shit? Because the girl was saying a lot of shit that I felt was confusing, it was toxic, it was counterproductive in regards to black culture. But this is what this woman said.
And they would have got a job?
Do you have a job, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, why can't I deal with you? The reason why
I want to pause it. She said she cannot deal with a man who has a job. That is the perspective around this clip. Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
She said it as it was like an option. Like,
no, it's not an option, and that's what I was going to say. With respect to your girlfriend, that's not what I mean.
She's not going to take it personal.
Yeah,
no,
I
can't take nobody that got a job either. That's why I said I would.
I don't want nobody with a job because
if we want to go to Jamaica to see your girl's family, and you can't because you got to
go
to your.
When it comes,
but you can't tell them like, oh, I gotta go to Jamaica tomorrow.
True.
Like you
I don't have to.
No, but when it
so
comes
you could just leave your job.
I mean.
Anytime, like you told us we had to push the time back because you didn't get off work till a certain time. Like that already is like a hassle.
Okay.
No, but
that's a red flag.
For me, no, it's not a red flag. But for me personally, because I know when a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't date a man with a job," a lot of people on the internet take it to offense. But me, Destiny, cannot date a man with a job. One, because I'm very spontaneous, and I need. Wait, Jay, before you get to leaning back and breaking the chair. What I'm saying is, and I also need a man to understand where I'm at in the moment that I'm at. Like, I probably will have a week where I work so much, and then I have a week where I don't work at all. You get what I'm saying? So as an entrepreneur, it's like, it's very up and down, and I just want somebody to understand the mental state that I'm in. Sometimes I get really, really depressed because I always have to show up for people. So then I'll be like, I want a man to be there to comfort me during that moment. I just feel like a man.
So you want a maid too?
Wait,
I don't want a maid.
Oh,
I want a man.
That's it. Boo. Matter of fact, no. I need some answers, man. Let me call up my girl D1. I need some fucking answers on this question. Hold on. She better pick up first rank for me too, is she? Here we go. We connected? Yes, sir. Hello. Can you hear me?
You are loud and clear.
Now, you know why I called you, man. You know, but beforehand, I sent you the video, and I just played the video. I just played the clip for the listeners, and I need some advice. Please enlighten me. You seen the video. She said that she don't want a man with a job because of everything he can't do. So you're a woman, like, please, like I said, because I don't understand the clip. It make no sense to me at all.
She wants what she wants. She wants what she wants.
But does it make sense?
So it does make sense. It does make sense.
Oh.
If she desires somebody who, has his own business, maybe has some flexibility to be able to, to go about whenever he wants to, then that makes sense. But also understanding that even as a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, you still have a schedule you need to stick to. So it's kind of like, not that it's meritless what she's saying, but you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you have a job, it may be hard for you to take off, but you can take off.
But it sounds selfish, though. It sounds selfish what she's saying. At least to me, in some regard. You don't think it sounds selfish in some kind of regard? It seems like it's more about her as opposed to, what may be best for him. It sounds like it's a selfish way of thinking. But like I said, maybe you might feel different.
she's looking at it from, of course, her perspective. Everything we do in life, our opinions is like largely based on, the way we see the world through our lens, right? And so I don't know what this girl do for a living.
She probably don't do shit. She probably sit around all day and as she would say, wait for a man to take care of her. She seemed like one of those. I mean, that's how she sounded to me. She sit around, wait for the man to take care of her, don't do shit.
She's probably an Instagram model or something. I don't know.
But is that a job? Because like so many girls put that in their bio, IG model, IG. But is that a job?
Money for it, I guess so, to some degree. But at the same time, like, okay, for example, right? I'm a lawyer, so I can either work for myself, set my own schedule, or I can go work for somebody else. Like, so.
But are you free 24/7? Well, would you be free?
I wouldn't be free 24/7, but I can like. I wouldn't be free 24/7, but I don't have nobody looking over me except the clients who pay me. Right?
Okay, that makes
if
sense.
If they have a substantive hearing or something I gotta attend, and my dude, let's say, if my husband or something, he wants to go take a trip, like I can't just dip out because he's ready to go somewhere if I have a court meeting to attend to.
Yeah,
like I can't because my bar roll number is on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're right. That's your job. That's your livelihood.
That's
at
my
that
job.
Point. Yeah,
that's my livelihood. But in the same vein, like you having a job, you still have the freedom. I feel like and flexibility. Like who the hell you work for where you can't have some off time,
No. I mean, you're right, but now some jobs are more lenient than others because I've had jobs before, where like I get so much PTO, and then I've had other jobs before where you get PTO, but like they kind of be picky about when you can take it. You could take it here, but you can't take it here.
Well, you don't need to work for those people then.
Yeah.
And I will, and I think as a woman, if I see the value, like, okay, and my man like has a quote unquote job, like he's working for somebody, and I know that there's greater potential for him to, let's say, work for himself. Well, then, yeah, I would encourage him and help him come up with a plan to do the same thing, like the same thing he's doing for somebody else or their company. He can create his own company, and I will be there to help him, to motivate him to get there. But everybody, it takes time. You have to get in that. First of all, not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not called, right? Everybody's not called to do that. And so if I recognize my man ain't called to be an entrepreneur.
But how would you tell him that? But how would you now? Because like let's say, for example, your man is confident and he believes that he's going to be this big entrepreneur. But you see, like you're looking and you're seeing, and you're thinking to yourself, bro, this man ain't gonna be shit. He don't got the drive. His content ain't working. So how do you go about telling your man that in a way that's respectful in regards to like not killing his confidence and not messing up you guys' relationship because you don't think that he can become what he feels he can become? Say, for example, okay, you dating the guy, he's 28 years old, in his mind, he's going to be this big rapper. Now, he's not working, he don't got a job, he promotes his music on Instagram, and like you hear the music and you like, bro, this music is ass. Like this music is trash, it sounds bad, and like you thinking like he's never going to get nowhere, but like he's so confident that like he could be the next Drake, the next Jay-Z. So how do you go about telling him, bruh, I love you, but your music is ass. Trash. It's ass. Like, because we see in our culture, it be so many rappers.
Okay. So if he have the skills to actually rap, like to literally like get some stuff out, like I would be like, you ever think about getting a ghostwriter or something for you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, that's the insult. But that's the insult because now you're saying
an insult. Hey,
yes,
bro,
it is.
On some real stuff, I'm like, say, I love you, but this ain't it, dog. Like, we got to go back to the drawing board. I'm not saying it might just be a no for right now, but maybe down the line in the future, it's for you. But right now, it's a no. And sometimes you do got to be real with people. And, like, you don't want to be a dream killer. But if it's just trash, it's just trash. And, like, you have assing it, dog. You need to step your game up, and that's serious.
Damn,
like,
you going to come off like that?
It ain't no other way to put it. Well, how would you want your girl to say your music is trash?
No. I mean, you're right. You're right. But like I said, like everybody's.
I'm right. Period. In a sentence.
No, you're right. No, you're right. But like every person's like mindset of way of dealing with criticism is not the same. See, if you tell me that, I'll be okay with that. But now you tell somebody else that, it may break their confidence and self-esteem down so low to where they just might lose all kind of.
Do. You start, you compliment them on all the great things that they have.
So nice trash.
No, son. See why you.
I love you, but you trash, baby. You gotta make it sound good.
You gotta tell them like all the things he's good at. You can cook really well. Like you do like that. Like
he's trying to make money. You talking about cooking? He trying to make some bread and become a millionaire.
The way you cut that grass and line up some eggs.
We go boo. Hell no.
How do I get booed? Because
this man is trying to be a billionaire, and you talking about like the way you cut the lawn. I don't care about the lawn. I'm trying to make these billions.
We can have $1 million. We can have $1 million grass cutting service. Like what you talking about, bro? We can sell like 1 million cookbooks. Like he could be a great writer. We can write some books.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We can write a movie. That can turn into millions. Don't limit. First of all,
no, you're right. You're right.
You the one setting the limitations around here. I'm trying to come up with some alternative ways for you to get your money on. That's not in the rap game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can do some other things that's not. You can be in the business but not be in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can manage some people. We can do some contracts. We can cut some deals. You know what I'm saying? But honey, we can. Well, you know what? There's a market for everybody. Even if he's trash, I'll say, you know what? Put it out there anyway. You never know. They might have some people who might click on it and might like it. Because we all know that there's some trash artists that people still like.
It's too many of them.
Support.
You ain't lying. Probably seen it. The fact that I believe it was the Supreme Court, they was trying to overturn the Roe versus Wade in regards to making abortion illegal. Like, how do you feel about that? Because, like, to me, I'm kind of torn. It's not right to tell women what they can or can't do.
A man should not be telling a woman what to do with their body, period. And even as a believer, even as a woman of faith, who some people say, we shouldn't abort. I do believe at the end of the day, you have a choice. You should have a choice. Yeah,
that's a personal choice. That's personal.
Because sometimes it's going to be, the woman versus the baby. Sometimes, like, women have those abnormal pregnancies where the baby isn't, being properly developed. You don't tell them that they can't, abort it. And you're putting her life on the line. Like, come on. And even like for cases, people bring up, the extreme cases of rape and incest. Those people shouldn't be they shouldn't have to keep that child. It's not like they lay down, and two consenting adults, they had sex and and even with that, like, you have a right to, I feel like you should have that right to say no. Like, who are you as a person who breathe, eat, like, you do everything like I do? Tell me what I should do with my body. Like, no.
I mean, because now on the flip side, like back when I was either 20 or 21, I was in college, and the person I was dating at the time, she had got pregnant, and now at the time, like, I was 20, I was 21, and to be honest, in regards to the baby, I wanted the child. But, she was young. She was scared. She said her mom, her dad, they were strict. And she ended up getting an abortion. And I ended up going with her to get it. Now, when she was back there are some who use abortion as a form of birth control, as opposed to just not using condoms. So like I said, I'm torn, but then still in that situation, if the woman is warned and she's told that getting this many abortions is it's harmful, and she continues to do so, that's on her.
That's on her body, of course. That's with anything. Like, how many warnings we get about stuff and we still go against the grain? It's drugs, alcohol, people still dabble in it. You know what I'm saying? Until something traumatic happens, and then they be like, "Oh, I ain't gonna do that no more." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, with abortion, it's a sensitive topic. For some,
it's touchy. It's touchy.
I know plenty of women, who've had abortions, and in some time, and thank God, I mean, I never was pregnant, so thank God. But, if I was like, you say you had, you. Oh, that was about to sound so like, yeah, you got somebody pregnant. Yeah. Like, no.
Now hold on. A matter of fact, for 1 second, like let's role play. Like I want to role play real quick. Now, okay, now you're gonna be yourself. I'm gonna be. Let's say, for example, you know you work in high school. I'm a 15-year-old girl. My name is Johnetta. So I'm gonna be Johnetta.
Of course.
Now I'm gonna be Johnetta. You know I'm pregnant. I'm coming to you for advice. I found out yesterday I'm pregnant. So now, like, what would your advice be for me? Me being someone, I'm 15, I got pregnant, I'm coming to you. I'm thinking about having an abortion, and I come to you, hey, you know, like, just give me advice on what I should do. I want an abortion. Do you think I should keep the baby? Like, what would your advice to me be? 15 years old, pregnant.
15 years old. I mean, my advice would be like, it's not the end of the world for you. Whether you decide to have the baby or not, like, you still have a lot of life left in you. And I will be real and tell her, like, there's programs available for, like, teen moms. Like, you have more support than me as a 30-year-old woman, like, getting pregnant right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but if, you know, she feels like she's not ready, she's not going to have, like, that family support. So go ahead and get the abortion. You know, like, she can heal from it. She can recover from it, and though it may be hard. To, you know, do it because it will be in her best. If she feels that it will be in her best interest, then I will fully support that. And if she decides she wanted to go ahead and have it, then by all means, you know, do it.
But would you judge her though? Would you judge her if she decided?
No,
okay.
No, I'm not like that at all. There was this young lady. It's funny you use this example. There's this girl. Now I think she was lying though, that she was trying to get money from some dude, but who was telling me like she was pregnant and she didn't know whether she should keep it or not. And like I really had a whole heart to heart and one-on-one with her. I'm like, you know, and it's like it's crazy to bring up these teenagers, but these boys, like a lot of them not in a mindset to truly to be a dad, but also to be like faithful to like these women. Like this dude,
especially being that young, yeah.
Homeboy is 16 years old. He already have one baby allegedly on the way. He's having sex with other girls, and then she is supposedly pregnant. Like girl. Like, you don't see this now, but this boy do not care about you, and y'all are not probably going to be, y'all not even going to be together in the next 5 years.
Did you make her understand? Because, you know, like being young, it's hard to make them understand that, you know, this guy don't care about you. Because you've been young, and, you know, in high school, it's puppy love. You know, you just, like, you starstruck. It's like the first time you ever been in love with somebody.
I've been an adult, and I realized somebody didn't care about me. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know, so, but, of course, like, sex. And those chemicals in your brain, you have like some sort of imbalance, and so you haven't been living long enough to realize that. So you can tell her that, and she's probably not gonna catch it till another 7 years from now. So all you can do is truly be gentle with them, I guess you can say, and it's like non-judgmental as possible, and to show like you've been through those emotions, not necessarily like you may not have been through a pregnancy, but you've been through those emotions, you know, before. So, you know, I think you can relate to them from that perspective.
Yeah. Now the last thing I want to ask you, but hold on. I'm trying to get the voicemail pulled up now. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to hear it, but the voicemail I sent you the other day, I'm gonna play it real quick, then I'm gonna dive back in. Hold on, let me see if I get it pulled on. Hold on.
I was going to reply to your message in regards to like what new topics you could talk about on the podcast. So one that's personal for me would be how do fathers and mothers deal with their children transitioning from like kids, you know, like little kids, quote unquote, to that teenager transition, because that's what I'm dealing with right now with my daughter. She's going to be 13 this year, and she's my only child, so it's a lot of things, even though she's going to be 13, that I am still experiencing for the first time. It's a lot of things that, you know, a lot of questions that can be asked. I need something like that, like a topic in regards to
Like, what advice would you give in regards to telling her how to go about having those serious conversations with her soon-to-be teen daughter?
Yeah. So I would tell her to be open and honest about her personal life experiences and, like, you know, some of the mistakes she's made. Because even if the little girl don't listen, like, the wisdom is going to be there and it's going to come rushing back to her at the right time, right? Train up a child the way they should go. And when they, you know, get older, they're not going to depart from it because you planted that seed inside, right? Mm-hmm. And as it relates to, like, sex and all that stuff, I think the best thing to do is to be raw and honest with her about STDs.
Like super blunt and raw, or like do you kind of mask it or cover it?
Nah,
because you can't be too blunt. Like, I mean, your child 13.
Why not? Because guess what? The internet giving it to them. They're watching this stuff and they're giving it to them raw.
You got it.
So why not be raw with them?
I agree.
Tell them about it. If you decide to give a little boy head, you can probably, you know, run.
Is that how you gonna say it? Is that how you gonna say it? Yeah, what? Baby. If you decide to go suck some dick, like, you can't be blunt like that at 13.
Why? So you ain't gonna talk to your son? You ain't gonna talk to your son like that?
Of course. No.
Then.
No. But I don't know if I'm gonna be that blunt. Like, yeah, you know, Jordan, you know, if you, like, before you go get some pussy tonight, I don't know if I'm gonna just say it like that when he's 13, because, like, it's gonna be some terms that he don't understand yet. So I don't want to go too far ahead.
Stop. You stop. Your son is gonna understand. By the time your son is 9 years, which is going to be like 9? Another year or two, he is going to know. He is definitely going to know. And don't even be, like, so delusional to think that he's not.
No, you're right. Yeah. In regards to that, yeah, because like it always goes back to social media. Like, social media, it makes you grow up. It makes you grow up so fast, man.
Your son's 7, right?
Mm-hmm. Just turned 7 a couple months ago.
Okay. So when I was 8 years old, which I was in the 3rd grade, I remember some little girls talking about rape and, like, these, you know, like their cousin or something like that. Like, I remember these conversations.
You said rape?
Yeah. Like, they were, like, this little girl was telling, like, explaining to how her sister or somebody, you know, was, like, raped or something like that. But even, like, in 3rd, 4th grade, like, that was
Did you like boys at that age? Did you have crushes on boys?
In 3rd grade?
Yeah.
3rd, 4th grade. Yeah, 4th grade for sure.
When you had your first kiss, like, I had my first kiss when I was 5 years old in kindergarten. I'm never gonna forget. I was 5 years old. What? No, but the crazy thing was that we had a meeting at the was it at the auditorium?
No, that's not appropriate.
We're too young.
I'm sorry.
We're 5 years old. Don't do that. No. I forgot. I forgot her name. I was 5. She was 5. We had a meeting in the auditorium. You know, we down there just talking, and out of nowhere, she kissed me, and I kissed her back, and then I was so excited. The fact that I got my first kiss, I went upstairs, you know, after the meeting. And I told everybody in the class, one-on-one.
That's so cute.
No, but I was so happy. I went to every single kid. I said, hey, you know, downstairs so-and-so kissed me. And that word got back to my teacher, Miss Davis, and she had a conversation with me. And I was only 5 years old, I always applaud the fact that she never told my mother. Even though I was 5 years old, she never told my mother. It was crazy.
You know, you mentioned that, but this is going to sound crazy. When I was in kindergarten, I recall, like,
don't tell me you was fucking. Don't tell me you was fucking.
Oh my God, no. Well, no.
Oh, you said, what you mean?
Well, but along the same lines of that, like, I can remember, like, this little boy showing me his private parts, and, like, I think, like, he was asking me to show mine. Dude, like, I remember this. Like, it was in kindergarten. It was at nap time. And,
so y'all supposed to be sleeping. You just waking up his penis. That's what you're doing in kindergarten.
Dog, we about to get canceled. Yes. Like, Man, kids.
Y'all wild in New Orleans. That is funny.
But you down here sticking your tongue down that little girl's throat when you 5. But all right,
Hey, she did it first.
So wait, but you know what, John? It's funny that we're talking about this because, like, I really think you as the what you majoring in college? You supposedly say you graduated from college.
Nah, I did psychology and child development with a minor in writing.
Child development. Okay, so you know about, like, I feel like kids who have, like, you know, since we're babies, like, we have, like, some sort of what is that, like, sexual, like, desires. I don't
You're
know,
right.
like,
I agree. Yeah.
And so it's like you can't just, like, completely dismiss the fact that, you know, because, okay, dang, you probably have to cut this out, but I remember being in, like, 1st grade. Yeah. And, like, the idea of, like water masturbation or something like that, I stumbled across that when I was in 1st grade. I don't
How did you find out? Wait. How did you find out about that, though, in 1st grade?
I don't know.
Yeah, because
I just remember doing it.
Yeah, but because, you know, like, now with social media, it's like kids can find things out. But back then, there was no YouTube
we
and
didn't
things
have no
like that.
social media, no
you had to
internet.
find out from somebody. Either you overheard it, you seen it on TV, or maybe something you seen. I don't know.
I really don't know. Like, but, like, it just, the image just came to my mind. I was like, man, there's some wild stuff that was happening. Even as even me, like, I was molested when I was, like, 7, not raped, like, nothing like that. But I remember being, like, 7 years old, and this, I think he was a teenager at the time. Like, he had me pinned up against the wall.
Was
like,
it a family member, or was it just like
it was my stepdad's. It was his, like, mess.
You good? I had to bleep that out, but I'm listening.
Oh, it was like
yeah.
Wait. His stepmom. I mean, my stepdad mama was gay, right? And so it was her, like, partner.
I'm listening.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, so that happened. And I had never told my mom or anything about this. So, like, yeah, so kids.
That's traumatizing, though. That's traumatizing. And things like that, it kind of I don't want to say, but it kind of speeds you up sexually in a way, unintentionally.
Right.
At least that's what I think.
Because you expose to this, and it's like you don't really understand it. And so, like, even, like, going back to this, like, woman's question, you know, like, be raw and real with them, because you're trying to, you know, censor it, but the world is not going to censor it.
You're right. You can't baby it. You cannot baby it.
No. And so I think that if the parents can, like, just meet them where they're at and just have the conversation, it's like, at least I feel like they'll give them some type of security, you know, like, you know what, when my child goes out to the world, at least I've told them all the possible things that can happen, because at the end of the day, you're not going to watch your child 24/7.
You can't.
They're going to make some, you know, they're going to slip up, they're going to fail, they're going to fall short at times, but you got to, you know, just be prayerful. That's all you really can do. And just hope. Like,
I mean, because I had a situation last year. Now, it wasn't nothing about sex, but my son had his first crush. You know, because last year he went to school online on the computer virtually.
Was it a little white girl?
No, it was a black girl. Don't do that.
Okay.
Now, my son had a crush. He had a crush on this. He had a crush on this girl in his virtual class named Kona. And, you know, this year, like, they went back to school in person. And now he kept seeing the girl Kona. And now Valentine's Day came, her birthday came, and we in the store, and he like, Dad, you know, telling me, you know, I got to buy a card for the girl Kona. Like, can he buy a gift for her? And I'm like, bruh. And I'm like, this man really got his first crush. And, you know, I had a conversation with him about it, and he was so shy. He was so bashful. And, like, it's funny seeing, like that some kids still have that innocence. And, and that's the part I really don't want to break by having those blunt, raw conversations. But you're right. It has to happen. But seeing how innocent kids can still be just by simply having a crush, because, you know, like when sex get involved and, you know, giving head, sucking dick, it kind of takes the innocence away, and it makes it feel, well, somewhat normal now. And that's the part I guess I'd be trying to avoid. But you're right. We do got to have those raw, open, blunt conversations. But
because if you're not gonna give it to him, I'm guarantee you.
Now, he getting it somewhere. He getting it somewhere.
Because I'm grateful that, you know, I I wasn't as wild as some of my counterparts in high school.
Or so you
And
say. I'm listening.
I wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I heard the conversations, like of course it was like always like some form of curiosity, and I definitely toted the line. I'm not gonna sit here and like tell.
So you was semi bad. So you was like throwing it back, but it wasn't like shaking all the way. You was like semi.
Don't try to play me. I feel like that was. You know what? I'm not. Since other people is listening to this, I'm not.
Nah, but I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Yeah. With the I did not. Never mind. They say I didn't inhale. It was something to that effect, but in the sexual manner. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but before I get out of here, now I don't know how this came across my thing, but I seen that they had like say okay, you in a relationship and your guy come tell you, hey baby,
Man, you think I'm gonna meet my husband today? Oh my God, am I gonna meet my husband
You
today?
never know. Like you could be single and meet somebody in 2 seconds. You never know. But somebody sent me something that penis enlargement surgery is between $10,000 and $30,000. So if your man came to you and said, "Baby, you know what? Like I feel as if my dick could be bigger, and I want to know from you, do you think I need the enhancement surgery?" And like he really wants to get it. Like, would you encourage him to go get that bigger dick? Because that bigger penis can mean more pleasure for you, or will you tell him, you know what? I love it the way it is. Keep your penis the way it is.
Man, a while ago, when I got that call, you asked me something about, it wasn't this, but didn't I tell you that?
It was about what? What I asked?
You asked, like, how big is too big
or
something like
last
that.
Yeah. How big is too big? Wait, and what did you say? Did you say too big was
January.
bad? Did you say too big was bad?
I was like, I had gave so many, I don't know what I said. But I was like, some women don't be wanting all that stuff jammed up in them, dog. That stuff can hurt. Like,
but you never know. You never know. Like, you might get a guy with a 12-inch, and you like, this 12-inch, it hurt, but it's like good pain. But no, but it could be good pain, too. Because all pain don't got to be bad. It could be like, ow, ooh. It could be like a mixture of both.
You know what? You're right. Let me go scrape up these little 15 racks and go, let's get this enhancement. Let's do it.
I'm not messing with you. Don't do that.
15,000, baby. That's it. I got you, honey bun.
Throw that whole tax return on there. Throw that whole tax return and put it towards the penis. I don't have kids,
so I don't get those. I don't get those big tax returns like y'all people of churn do.
See, and that's another reason why you got to have kids, because when you claim your child, you claim a child. See, you don't know. You claim a child, you get like, because this year, like the IRS, they told me I had to pay money, and like when you gotta pay, that's the worst. When you gotta pay, man.
I've owed money. Yeah. I understand what that looks like, but now if he already like 8 inches, I ain't about to try to add.
Yeah, he might be. He might be 8, but in his mind, he want to be 11. He want to be 11. He want to get the extra 3. The extra length. What? Yeah.
That means that I'm going to have to be in control of every time because, listen, you ain't about to be ramming me up like that. Like,
but that's the point. But it's no way he going to get the enlargement surgery and he going to be doing the same thing. He going extra ram, but we're not going to get to
that's going to be, look, lunchroom chatter plus X-ray. Look. Midnight vibes or something.
We're gonna get into that next time. But I'm gonna hit you back though. Wait, what you got planned today on Mother's Day? You going out with your mom? You going to eat? Go to the strip club with mama? What you doing?
As you know, New Orleans got a festival for every other week of the year, and so right now it's Jazz Fest. So going to Jazz Fest, which I really don't want to go, but because of her,
you got to go for mama. It's Mother's Day. Don't do that. You got to please mama.
Mm-hmm. So I think that Earth, Wind and Fire. Who?
That's y'all going to see the old ass groups, the OJs.
Yeah, because it's Sunday. So usually on Sundays, like for the Jazz Fest, it's usually like for the older crowd. So that's really it. I don't really have that much We ain't doing that much. The Jazz Fest is gonna way out because
Yeah.
it's hot as hell outside.
I mean, it's hot, but it's your mama. Just go, smile, clap a little bit. You know, that's your mama.
And,
you know,
and
she
hopefully
older.
my husband sees
He
me
might be
while
out
I'm
there, Mr. White Chocolate, white cream.
Oh
He out
no!
there.
See, that's where we beefing. But yeah, no. So.
All right, but I'm gonna hit you back though. Make sure you have fun with your mama. Let her enjoy, you know, her Eartha Kitt, Earth, Wind and Fire. Let her enjoy herself.
Not Eartha Kitt. This nigga say Eartha Kitt.
Is she alive
God
still?
bless
Is she
him.
alive or she dead?
I think that lady dead, but let me not be killing people.
Let's not kill her early. Don't kill her early. But,
You behave
yeah,
yourself.
you're not a mom yet, but you know, as always, I still gotta say Happy
my
Mother's
God,
Day.
wait.
I gotta say Happy Mother's Day. Mhm.
Nah, that is the most like awkward thing when
Wait, what?
like people like I went to this like church breakfast or whatever this morning, and I'm walking in the church, and it's like Happy Mother's Day, and I'm just like,
That's awkward.
It's so awkward.
But they don't know. They don't know. Like you don't have on a shirt that say mom. They don't know if you a mother or not. It's like a courtesy.
But it's like, yeah, but like.
So how'd you feel? Did you feel bad about being wished a Happy Mother's Day?
This is not the first time, of course, I've been wished Happy Mother's Day, but it's like it's kind of weird because it's like I'm not a mom, but
see that right there could be a sign to just go get just go get lit up, go get lit up and have the baby.
So have somebody nut at me. Gotcha. Noted. Let me write that down.
No,
and that's going to equal.
we just had the conversation on being safe, so you know I'm joking. Please don't go out today and get no cream cheese inside the bagel.
You.
Okay, gotta make sure.
Okay.
No cream cheese in the bagel.
Absolutely not. They gotta do some things before we even get to that point. But yeah.
All right, but I'll hit you back. You know I'm messing with you.
You have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Damn, that conversation was supposed to be like 15, 20 minutes, man. Every time we get on the phone, every time we have a conversation, but I hope you guys enjoyed that conversation, the topics, the real issues, the laughs. And like I said, man, here on Lunchroom Chatter Podcast on the LCP, I try to have real conversations, real topics. Again, my Cash App is $NYC Story 718. You guys can go check out the Rosy Perspective Podcast. That is the ROSEY Perspective Podcast. That is on every single platform, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast, man. You guys can follow me on IG at Lunchroom Chatter Pod. It's your man, John A. Schultz. We signing out. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the women out there. Even if you aren't a mom yet, you probably will be one day. So happy Mother's Day. I love you guys. And again, there's a bonus episode out on Lunchroom Plus entitled High Value Dignity. So you guys go check that out. You guys go tune in. Go get that bonus episode, man. Lunchroom Plus, I think it's either $5.99 or $6.99 a month. That's cheap. That's like the price of a fucking drink. Go pay the extra $5-6. You get at minimum an extra 2 bonus episodes a month, sometimes 3, but you're going to get 2 minimum. So you guys go tune and go check out LCP Plus. It's your man John A. Shows. Y'all know what time it is. So we out this bitch.
Brand new LCP.